Today's adventure took me out to the Sugar Grove Nature Center. Took the Blue Trail and done a couple others as I went along just to experience different areas of Funk's Grove, which is out by McLean. The honey locust is a most assuredly don't screw with me tree. As we were going along the trail, it goes right up alongside the Amtrak railroad tracks between Bloomington and Lincoln, and nice little bee preserve there. There are beekeepers out there. There's actually bee traps all over the place. Swarm traps is what they're called. I was always kind of curious about why my dad used to say that the town we lived in was settled first because the areas around it were a swamp. I kind of found out today. Here I came up onto the chapel of the something trees. I don't know. It's tourist trap out in the middle of nowhere. It's a very pretty area. Kind of butts up to a actual church out here. Donated land, of course. And then there's a cemetery here. I was actually able to identify a couple of the tombstones to be pre-Civil War, and it has recent burials there as well. Irish were very important to this area, and they actually have a memorial here for a number of the Irish workers that were on the train set, that were building the train tracks and the whole setup. Of course, Funk's Grove is a registered national landmark, and it's a lot bigger than what this preserve is. There's actual active maple syrup processing done in this same grove across what is now considered old Route 66. Yes, it is a swamp in some areas yet. Like I say, I never did know what that meant, but get a better understanding of it now. This is the actual nature center from a distance. There's an area out here that's set up specifically for young kids where there's all sorts of activities, including this giant soundboard here that's got all sorts of stuff to make noise on. After I left the Nature Center, I went on into the town of McLean to the Arcadia, a pinball video game emporium, two locations in town. One's the old laundromat, the other's the old doctor's office, I believe. I used to live there and went to school there for a while, so I'm kind of familiar with it. Finished my evening up with the Next to Normal Story Slam at the McLean County Arts Center. I do believe that there's a recorded version and a podcast of this as well.